Hey, what's up? Dean, Super Performance, and we are at the shop. Nova, got it all done. Belts on, power steering, lines are made. Everything works so far. The carburetor needs a lot of tuning. But once it's warm and choke is open, it runs good, except for the tip-in. Like if you get into the throttle pretty good, it's got that hesitation. It's a power valve or something. It's been so long for carburetors, but I don't remember what it is. There's a couple of pieces inside that you change. But the car is done. It does need a puke tank, which I have ordered to run the coolant overflow off of. The green truck, I got a ton done. I threw a set of plugs in it, wires that I had here, the compressor bracket that he had, I put that on. It's missing the tensioner, so whoever had this truck before lost the tensioner. I ordered upper lower hose, throttle cable bracket, drive shaft shop just called. That's done, but I got everything on. The upper hose is like a standard, I think it's like a 2008 Silverado hose or something, and it fits perfect. The lower is the same, fits perfect, thank goodness. I got an alternator wire, one of those, the single wire. I have to put a diode in it and then wire this over to the Deutsch connector where I put key on ignition power in, and that's where the Holly is powered from. Then I gotta cap that ignition wire right there, but I got an alternator on it, a power steering pump on it. I gotta clean out that steering box fitting, find the fittings. I think I have the fittings. Coolant sensor in it. I had to change the oil sensor from the old one. You can see it's puked oil up through the sensor, and it was reading like 120 pounds just key on. I believe I put 2 gallons of transmission fluid in it, 5-ish quarts of oil in it. I did stab the oil dipstick in, but it will not route through these headers. So I had to stick it outside. He's gonna have to get rid of the headers regardless. And then I unplugged the injectors, cranked it for 30 or 40 seconds, and it builds oil pressure. It builds about 22 pounds of oil pressure just cranking it right around 200 RPM. So I got the fuel jug out, triggered the fuel pump. That's all the fuel that I got, maybe a gallon, but it's foul. You can see it's like furniture varnish, and it stinks to high heaven. So I'm gonna leave today, go grab the drive shaft. I got the battery on the charger. I gotta grab my laptop. I gotta do a few things, but I gotta hurry up and get out of here. I got kids to pick up, and in the morning I'll grab the drive shaft. I'll stab that in. I gotta see if I can find the clamps for the drive shaft. Hopefully he left them in here. I mean, this is not the way you treat somebody's stuff, but this is all too often. Constantly get this type of deal. Don't see them. Up and over. Don't ever use these perforated gaskets. They're garbage. Oh, there you go. An oil-soaked box full of random bolts. Oh, there they are. There's the 2 clamps. Where are the bolts? How do you not have the bolts? Come on. I don't see them in here. What a nightmare. Yeah. See? Dang it. So I got the 2 clamps, but I have no bolts. That sucks. It's just most random stuff back here. Yeah, no bolts. Got the clamps, no bolts. I think I might have some bolts. I'll have to search for them, of course. But I think I have some bolts. Let me not fall and break my neck. Cool. Yeah. So kind of a quick update. I did get the nut for the fuel pump. One side's an M6, one side's an M4. So they're very different. Yep. So yeah, it's moving along. Hopefully tomorrow I'll put fresh gas in it. Fingers crossed that the injectors are not shot or boogered up or anything bad. Because I really don't want to have to tell them more bad news. I hate telling bad news, but kind of is what it is. But yeah, so for now that's about it. I think the Nova, I think he's coming Saturday. I got Mike's car coming Wednesday, so I really only have tomorrow to get this movable. I mean, I can push it. I just hate pushing cars. I'm getting too old for that shit. But he's gonna have to get a tensioner for it. I just gotta grab some hose clamps, and then I can put the heater hoses on. Hopefully the heater core is not totally blown apart. Doesn't look like it's in great shape, but hopefully it's not blown out. The other hose is right here, so I'll be able to cut that, put that on the water pump down there somewhere. Yeah, right there. So that's the hose right there. It'll go to there. Get that on. Tighten that up. I got to tighten up the engine mounts, but I left them loose so that I could put the drive shaft in. Just double check my measurement is right, because worst case I could scoot the motor back a little bit, or I could scoot it forward a little bit. The only thing that we'll have left is the tensioner and fans, and then put some power steering lines, and that'll be like runnable enough. I also need to take that harness right there, that's the Holley transmission harness, and I need to get it up out of the way of the header, because you see it lays on the header. The transmission line is right in the collector, so I have to pull that over. But I gotta go. I gotta hurry up and get out of here. So appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave me a comment. Have a good day. Oh, and check out Sicario Media, Sicario Media. That's Lewis's channel. He did a tribute to Chris, and he's also put up a racing video from this weekend, Trans Am series, for the 89X Motorsports team, and they did really good. They podiumed second place. I don't know if that's overall, or I believe that's in their class. So super awesome to hear that. Him and Mark, big shout out to you guys. Good job. Appreciate you watching. Have a good day.